6 mistakes when washing dishes that help toxins and cancer enter the body, but few people do not make them. Let's see how many of them you make. For some people, washing dishes can be the most annoying thing. For some people, housework can be the simplest thing compared to other chores. Whenever you wash dirty dishes, you will have an inexplicable sense of accomplishment. The simplicity can hide health benefits as well as potential dangers in washing dishes. Many families may have the habit of soaking dishes in water before washing because they think that washing will be cleaner and faster. But the truth is that this is unscientific, causing many harmful effects on health as well as the lifespan of dishes. That is the warning of Tsutomu Sekizaki, a food safety researcher at the University of Tokyo, Japan. Dishes with food residue, under the influence of humidity, temperature, and food residue, will also create hot spots for bacteria to grow. The process of soaking dishes and chopsticks causes the amount of bacteria to increase exponentially and is proportional to the time they are soaked. The reproduction rate of bacteria in water can increase from 1 to more than 1 billion within 8 to 18 hours. In particular, if you soak dishes in dishwashing liquid, it also increases the risk of disease, including cancer for your whole family. Because at this time, chemicals have more time to penetrate deep into kitchen utensils, and at the same time have more time to produce bacteria, especially when using poor quality dishes, then not rinsing thoroughly enough. Not to mention, this habit also causes dishes to wear out quickly and break and deteriorate faster. You should wash dishes immediately after use. If it is difficult to wash, use warm water or soak in extremely diluted dishwashing liquid for a maximum of 30 minutes. Absolutely do not leave it overnight. Only by not being lazy can you be healthier. Therefore, you should not maintain the habit of soaking dishes before washing. People often use sponges, loofahs, dishwashing nets, etc., or various types of rags when washing dishes. With these tools, you can clean stubborn stains on dishes. But I have found a bad habit. That is the second mistake I want to talk about. As long as the scrubber is not rotten, I will not want to replace it with a new one. Even people who love cleanliness do not often replace the scrubber. No matter how long the scrubber is used, 1 or 2 years, as long as it is intact, it can continue to be used, because they think that it is in contact with water and dishwashing liquid regularly, so it will not get dirty. Some people are even so frugal that they keep the scrubber when it is torn. This is a very bad habit and especially a wrong view that has been maintained for a long time. Not replacing a scouring pad or dish towel is like keeping a lot of bacterial pets on it. In 2017, the University of Gießen in Germany and the Helmholtz Institute in Munich found that up to 362 types of disease-causing bacteria can be found in kitchen sponges and scrubbers. Each square centimeter of a sponge can contain up to 54 billion bacteria, 200,000 times more than a toilet bowl, and equivalent to the amount of bacteria in human feces. No matter how much detergent you use, you can't get rid of them completely. Dishwashing sponges also have a shelf life. It is best to replace them monthly or clean them properly weekly, because stains on pots and pans will stain the sponge. Over time, the sponge will become dirty, greasy, and generate more bacteria. Third mistake. Many people have the habit of pouring dishwashing liquid directly onto dishes, pots, and pans. This seemingly harmless and convenient habit actually contains more dangers than we think. Pouring dishwashing liquid directly onto dirty dishes does not increase cleaning efficiency, but only causes the detergent to stick to the dishes, making it difficult to wash. When eaten, it will affect the intestines, especially causing diarrhea and stomachache. In the long term, it can cause cancer. Even the smell of dishwashing liquid lingers on dishes and pots. It also ruins the taste of the food, as well as makes the dishes deteriorate faster and break more easily. The best way is to mix a little dishwashing liquid into about half a bowl of water, then dilute it and use it to wash the dishes. Sometimes when washing dishes, to save trouble, we only wash the inside of the bowl and the sides of the bowl carefully. Especially the bottom of the bowl is where most people often ignore. I still remember the feeling of holding bowls with greasy bottoms. It's terrible. Dirt accumulates over the years, and more bacteria are eaten by us through the table, sink, hands, etc. Be careful when washing dishes. Be careful to wipe the bottom clean. Don't be careless. That's the fourth mistake. Next, let's talk about the fifth mistake. Use the same dishwashing sponge and rag to clean the kitchen. Have you ever used a dishwashing sponge to scrub the stove? Or do you use a kitchen towel to wipe the oven, microwave, sink, etc.? In many places in the kitchen, different types of bacteria exist, such as Escherichia coli, Salmonella, and other pathogenic bacteria. They will spread to the tableware through the dishwashing sponge and kitchen towel. Then, they enter the body through food, causing diarrhea. Therefore, the correct way is to use separate dishwashing sponges and dishcloths to wipe the stove, range hood, and cleaning countertops. You can use different colored towels for each place in the kitchen. This can avoid cross-contamination and reduce the spread of bacteria. Sixth mistake. Many people will throw the dishes straight into the cupboard after the last wash. In fact, this is a very bad habit, because there are still a lot of water stains on the washed dishes. If you just throw it in the cupboard, the water stains on the dishes will drip onto the cupboard. Once or twice like that will not be a big problem, but if you do it often, the cupboard will become extremely humid and generate a lot of bacteria and mold. Experiments show that after washing dishes, they are stacked on top of each other. After 2 or 3 days, the number of bacteria is 560,000 colony-forming units. The total number of colonies from dishes that have been drained and stored on the shelf is only 8,000 CFU. This means that the habit of stacking dishes on top of each other seems very normal, but in fact, it can increase the growth of bacteria by about 70 times. To prevent this, dry dishes, spoons, forks, etc., in the sun or in a cool place, do not stack them on top of each other and wait until they are completely dry before storing them on shelves or in a closed cabinet. Dish sponges need to be dried and kept in a dry place after each use, because a wet environment will stimulate bacteria growth. Some ways to clean dishwashing sponges. If your home has a microwave, put the sponge in the oven for about 1 to 2 minutes at high temperature, but only apply to a sponge that does not contain any pieces of metal. Or run the dishwasher through a complete cycle on high heat. Or soak the sponge in pure vinegar for 5 minutes, then rinse. These methods can significantly reduce the amount of bacteria in the sponge. If none of these methods satisfy you, you can always replace the sponge with a new one. In short, although washing dishes is a simple housework, we still need to eliminate these 6 small habits. Maintaining these 6 habits will help improve the health of you and your family, and can avoid unnecessary health risks. Do you make any of the 6 mistakes above? Leave a comment to let me know. If you find the video meaningful, give me a like. Don't forget to share it with your relatives and friends. Remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your support. Goodbye, see you again.